Simple. It's a very simple battle between the second house and the 12th house. He supported second, he won. Yeah.
I thought that was a big deal.
Okay, terrorism. Where do we see terrorism? Sixth house is criminal law. Virgo. Is it not in the 11th house? So criminal law or pursuit of criminals or criminalization or calling somebody a criminal and pursuing him comes in the sign Virgo. He got a lot of good name and fame because of that. Jupiter and Moon over there. And I'm sure I have not followed him. I mean, probably Gautam Da can help me. He's involved in the legal system. Has he got a good name because of his pursuit of criminals or taking a strong stand in criminal law? Most conservatives think that. You see that? He has. Jupiter and Moon are over there.
And just having Scorpio rising means his whole thing is...
This whole thing about enforcement. He's very pro-enforcement. Look at that Scorpio rising over there. Very pro-police. Scorpio is in the Aruda. By merely looking at this chart and keeping this in the mind, we get a clear idea of what's going on. What somebody is very strong with. He's very strong with social restrictions. He'll be very strong with enforcement. How about bankruptcy laws?
Getting tougher.
Tougher and tougher. Censorship.
Totally.
Just see the words. Inheritance law. He has not touched it. Maybe he'll touch it in future. You can clearly see what's happening in his Aruda.
He's been criticized a lot for breaking the Geneva Conventions, war laws, like Guantanamo.
Environmental.
He has been criticized for breaking war law, right? For overriding the UN, things like that. Okay. Pisces. How is Pisces? Look at the sign Pisces in the chart. Now, this Pisces does not have a planet. Now look at the 5th house and the 9th house. You see, we always draw a line like this. These houses will have to balance each other. You can't have the 5th house and the 9th house at the same time. You can't have the 2nd house and the 12th house in the same time. The principle of Argala. You can't have both. You can't say that in a particular time, a moment, I got and lost. Either you got or you lost. Both can't happen. You can't say that I'm relaxing and working. Either you are relaxing or you are working. Both can't happen. Same way, either your hopes are satisfied or you are fighting for them. Both cannot happen. If you are not satisfied, then you are fighting. If you are satisfied, then you are in the 11th house. Satisfied and dissatisfied are 11th and 3rd houses. Argala. 11th house is all about satisfaction. Same way, you look at the 5th house, it's blank, empty. And look at the 9th house, it is loaded. So the 5th house or Pisces is completely being pushed because of the 9th house or Cancer. Now let us look at Pisces and Cancer very carefully. We can say that because of Cancer, he is pushing out Pisces, right? Can we say that? Now look at these two signs very carefully. Look at Cancer and look at Pisces. Look at Cancer and look at Pisces. What is being pushed out? Tax law. Okay? Maritime law, international law and the UN, out of the window. What is being pushed in a big way? Property law is one thing. Second, what are the things we talked about this? Education. See, I have only written property law over here. Many of you gave some very nice inputs. Let's see. Education, Cancer. Education is in.
Oh yeah, the whole
Cancer, cancer, all cancer, social security, everything cancer. You just see what is happening. This is out of the window, this is in. Simple. It's not difficult. I mean, I have just written property law. In your handouts, you can start jogging down the other words that you have given me. This is what I wanted. I wanted inputs from you.
There's a new property law that the court just put out that developers or a city can take over private property.
Developers or city can take over private property. Wow.
You can't say that wish to that was the Supreme Court.
That is going to happen in his time. He'll have to deal with it. And he'll be pro.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be pro. From his chart, he'll be pro. So from here now, I am telling you, so you see the value of this knowledge? By just looking at somebody's Arudha and his planetary positions, we can clearly say what he will support, what he will not support. And this is so important in politics. Yeah.
Just one other thing about Aquarius, like there's a huge debate in this country over like the concept of privacy and does our Constitution support privacy, and then the whole abortion debate is kind of based on that. Does the Constitution guarantee privacy or not? So would that be an 11th house thing about
The philosophy is very personal. The philosophy is something very personal. It is an individual philosophy. Whether he can implement the philosophy is another thing. Is he a philosopher or is he zero? That is to be seen from the chart. Simple as that. I mean, we can't say that it is a debate. A debate goes on everything. There's a debate on property. There's a debate on everything. We can't say that the debate that is taking place in the nation must come in the sign Aquarius only. No. The debate will be pertaining to the subject over there. If the debate is pertaining to property, it has to be in this house. Cancer.
what about privacy?
Privacy. Privacy will come in which house?
Well, it's constitutional in a way because it's saying does the Constitution
Everything comes from the Constitution. All these laws derive their strength from the head.
Privacy would be part of fundamental rights because it's a right to privacy. It's part of your own government.
The ninth house is an open house.
Security thing, it's a
Right to privacy.
Where does the question of privacy come? Where does the first privacy come? Your home. The first definition of privacy is from private property. This is my home. This is my private space. I can dance or sing or do what I want in my private space. I can't do that on the road because that is public space. So the question of privacy is privacy within home, privacy in my conversation with somebody. It's all very personal. So it can either come in the second house of family law or it can come in the fourth house, which is your personal house. Yeah.
I would say that this particular kind of privacy would come from the first house because it's about a woman's body. They're using this term right to privacy, but what they mean is a woman has the right to determine what happens inside her own body. So it's not just privacy between conversations or inside your own house, it's actually inside your own body. So
Abortion and child should come, you think, in the fifth house?
well, I was saying
Or the fourth house to become a mother?
Well, it's
Motherhood
like-
comes from cancer.
They get into this whole debate about does life begin at conception?
Life begin conception is cancer.
Like a religious, that's almost like a religious thing.
R-
It depends what your religion is. You know, your cosmic viewpoint.
Yeah, that is the ninth house. Ultimately, everything has a repercussion. Motherhood, creation, cancer. But why is he pushing it? Because cancer is what he is pushing, and Pisces is out. He is pushing cancer in. All those things that you are talking about. Look at the sign Cancer. Cancer is very, very important in his chart. It is his lagna, his intelligence. And all these heavy planets are in there, and Pisces is being kicked out. So Cancer is in, and Cancer is pushing things, and it is rigid because Saturn is there. Okay? It's very interesting, yeah.
On his ascendant, the regular Lagna, the Saturn is in the first house, right?
Yeah.
So does that mean that he's got Marana
Yes, it is Marana Karakasthana. It is Marana Karakasthana for Saturn.
Difficulties in what? In his 8th and
7th and 8th houses, yes, he has difficulties. He has difficulties in 7th and 8th houses. All Cancer Lagna people have great difficulties in 7th house. So maybe before he got married, this may have manifested. Fortunately, you can see his Upapada is in the sign Leo, and that is, you can see the Lord of Upapada in the 12th house, which is, I do not know, I think this Pisces is much better. This shows maybe the second relationship worked for him. I'm not very sure about his personal life. Did he have a girlfriend, a long-term girlfriend before his present wife? We don't know. But according to this chart, he may have had. This is clear. So that's his personal life. I mean, what does it have to do with this?
if his 8th house is weak, does that mean that, what does that mean? He can't inherit anything?
No. Saturn will guarantee inheritance as 8th Lord in Lagna. When Saturn, for Cancer Lagna, when Saturn is in Lagna, it guarantees inheritance. It guarantees within the lifetime the person will inherit. He has inherited the political legacy of his father, which is more than, believe me, that is much bigger than any material inheritance. Indira Gandhi had Cancer Lagna with Saturn in it. She also inherited the political legacy of her father. So inheritance is not hampered because Saturn is aspecting this house by Rashi Drishti. And there is a co-lord of this house, Rahu, which is exalted. So that inheritance part is not hampered. What is hampered is the continuity of your first relationship. If Cancer is the Lagna and Saturn is in the first house, the first relationship is over. Indira Gandhi lost her husband.
And that's because
What
the
happened
seventh
to
lord is in the,
He died after some time.
can you explain the reason why the first relationship is over?
Because you see, the 7th house is in Marana Karaka and the 8th house is in Marana Karaka. Because of that, the first relationship. Take both the houses together.
Oh, I see.
It's bad for business. He has had a couple of business downturns,
Yeah.
which have been very difficult for him. Because the 7th house, you see, the 7th house is coming under Marana Karaka. Good point.
So if he gets
Very
into
good point.
any legal battles, will that affect him?
Whether he gets into illegal battles. Illegal battles
Not
are,
legal battles, but just court battles and
Like if we try to impeach him
impeach
or
him or
something.
something.
we'll see what that will go on.
What about immigration law? There've been
Immigration law comes in the sign Pisces.
we have huge issues now.
You are, believe me, you are going to continue to have those issues. You can see from the Arudha Lagna, Pisces is out.
Right.
Pisces is out. Really, he is throwing those laws out of the window.
And that's
Whatever the old laws have been, as far as Pisces is concerned, whether it is the United Nations, maritime laws, immigration laws, they are all being thrown out of the window. He is going to draft new ones.
The draft-
Totally new ones.
It's like we don't have laws anymore on immigration.
and he threw out the
They're
Kyoto,
not
he threw out
respected.
international agreements.
That's the reason Pisces is out of the window. They are not respected anymore. UN was not respected.
What about,
So Pisces is not respected anymore. Yeah.
what about what's coming up is drafting people for the war? No, that's going to be a political issue.
Okay, we'll go into all that later. Let us go on with our paper. Why do we need a legal system? Can anybody tell me why we need a legal system?
Because human beings need structures, they need codes of ethics and morality, or else our instincts would take over maybe. To keep all the animals in check. Yeah, the animal side of it.
To protect individual rights.
Individual dogs don't need legal systems.
They're supposed to be kept on
They also are individuals. They are as much soul as you and I.
It's not too
Earlier they had no legal system. They had no need for it.
Yes.
But as the level of sinning increased,
As the dharma fell,
yes, then they had to.
that is the reason. If dharma is not going to fall, we don't need a legal system. If we are upholding all the four legs of dharma, our intelligence is so nice that we are upholding all the legs of dharma. We are not negative to our entire universe. We are not negative to the whole world and the countries. We are not negative to our family and society, and we are not negative to ourselves. Why do we need law? We don't need law, because that itself is the law. So you see, but then there is a law of karma. According to the law of karma, there are two viewpoints. Viewpoint number one: all that I am doing in this world is nothing but the manifestation of the karma of my past incarnation. All that I experience in this world is a manifestation of that karma. I have no control. I am but a puppet in the hands of God. So whatever I am doing, there is no free will. There is just no free will. According to this theory, if person A shall murder person B, he shall not be responsible for the murder, but God is responsible. Yes or no? Theory is defective?
Yeah, you can prove that it's defective.
Okay, tell me, let's have you.
See, if all that happened in this lifetime was a consequence of what I did in the previous life or lives, then how would you explain the creation of the karma due to the action of the previous life?